Today we'll talk about how to add a booster pump. Now it's first important to note that a booster pump will raise the pressure to about 70 pounds per square inch, but that it's needed almost exclusively only on well water or somebody that's got real low water pressure underneath their faucet. There is a flow pattern on here that we have to look for, and it's very hard to see. You might have to get some lighting on there, but it shows an arrow there. So hopefully you see that arrow. And then these are just safety camps here, so I'm going to take these out, pop these out here, and the tubes will go right into here. Okay, so the first thing to note is where do you install it? It has to install right before the membrane. This is the membrane, but at the factory they like to do it before the TSO. Remember, the TSO goes in, out, and into the membrane. So what they like to do with this is put it right before the TSO, which is right before the membrane. And then you've got your flow pattern of your arrow here. So we plug it in right here. And as you can see on the arrow of the flow pattern, that's flowing this way. Hopefully I'm moving it around a little bit so you might be able to see the arrows there. And then it comes out of here and it'll go into the membrane. But to go into the membrane, now a lot of times they'll mount them. There's a mounting thing here, so you can mount these up against the side of the wall or on the floor, wherever you want to mount it. But let's just set it here for now, and then what we'll do is we'll bring it into the let's use about this much tube, and we'll bring it into the TSO. So it goes into the TSO, then it comes out of the TSO, and it's going to I'm sorry, my bad. Then it comes out of the TSO and it's going to go into the sensor switch. So the sensor switch is where is my sensor? I have to grab my sensor switch here. Here's my sensor switch. So that's going to go right here, and this does not have a flow pattern on it, you'll notice. So it can go either way because water flows both ways anyway. And so this will come out of the sensor switch here, and then that's going to go to the TCR right here. So this is a little long of a tube here, but that's fine. So what's going to happen is when water flows this way, because it's pulled by the spigot, and the spigot comes here. The spigot comes here, which pulls it through in the tanks here. That pull of the water will switch this on, and of course it has to plug in, so it plugs in right here, which plugs into a wall. So this pops in there and then it plugs into a wall, which is fairly simple. So you've got your standard thing right here, transformer that plugs into the wall. The important thing is that the flow of this is going the right way. And like I said, it's got the arrow here. The important thing is that the pump is before it goes to the membrane, because there's the membrane here going backwards to the pump, because it has to raise the pressure before the membrane to be able to push water through the membrane. And then the important thing is that the sensor is coming off of the tank, which this, because it has a T in it, is coming off the tank or the spigot, but any pull on water will sense it, turn it on, it'll raise pressure before it goes through the membrane. It's very